As a Ukrainian abroad, going home is always kind of a gamble. I mean, aside from having to overly explain yourself as soon as you mention going home because everyone wants to know how much your city has been bombed, or if you're sick in the head for leaving the safe confines of Europe, and all of the what-ifs of everything that can happen you when you live in a country at war. But there's also the matter of spending days on the road with little to no sleep, having to move through 3 different countries, facing plane delays, train delays, layovers, switches, etc, etc. God, I'm exhausted. At the end of the day, home is still home, even if there's bomb threats every day. It's just nice to be back and get to see everyone again. God, I miss Kyiv. Before 2022, the world didn't see my country as anything more than A, being Russia's small but feisty neighbor, and B, probably the more flattering, having the best Eurovision songs. I'm not complaining about the second part. Verka Serduchka is still a legend. Icon. Well, anyway, as a Ukrainian, my country not being taken seriously kind of hurt. There's so much great culture, whether it's music, art, or history, that is all overshadowed or simply turned into a joke. But you know what was actually awesome? David Lynch visited a bunch of times. Now he got it. It was always pretty cool when he came around. But nowadays, come to think of it, we have a random celebrity visiting here every week. I mean, just to name a few, we've got Ben Stiller going on humanitarian quests, Zoolander 3 looks promising, Stephen Fry filming a documentary. Hey, that was pretty great actually. Mark Hamill providing his voice for an air raid alert app.
Attention, the air alert is over. May the force be with you.
Okay. And fucking Bono doing a concert in a bomb shelter just because?
For freedom. Walk on.
But hey, I'm not complaining. If all these things help the world see Ukraine for the great country it is, so be it. But anyway, I'm getting a bit off topic here. Life has changed. And why wouldn't it? That's how it usually works, right? Though obviously for some more than others. I'm happy to see my friends again, but it's kind of surreal to see how much the war has affected them. I never said that this film would include never-seen-before shocking war footage and hour-long tirades about suffering and pain, but you can't really talk about my country without talking about that. It's kind of inevitable. Whenever you go, there's gonna be reminders that life will never be the same, even when it all eventually stops. I mean, it's not exactly subtle. There's a literal exhibit of destroyed Russian artillery right in the city center. And next to it is a whole alley of portraits honoring those who died during the invasion starting in 2014. And then there's this place, right next to Independence Square. Each of these flags represents a person the war has mercilessly taken. Just think about it. Hundreds of thousands separated families and millions of broken lives, all concentrated within this place. It's not a pretty sight. And there's more flags being placed every single day. To the rest of the world, every single detail of our lives has become political. And if you get tired, you can just mute the word Ukraine in your search bar and not have to worry about it. Yet for us Ukrainians, we can't talk about home without being reminded of all the horrors that are going on there as we speak, even if we live miles and miles away. Because no matter what, we're perceived as this war-torn wasteland, constantly patronized and disregarded. So, yeah. Going home is always bittersweet. I left Ukraine 6 months into the war, and ultimately, I'm happy with the life that I built myself in Ireland. And yet, I still treasure every second I'm back because, well, not really knowing when or even if I'll be able to go back just makes it weirder. But hey, I don't want to end this on a sad note, so I like to quote my favorite Ukrainian poet, Леся Українка. Так, я буду крізь сльози сміятись, серед лиха співати пісні, без надії таки сподіватись, буду жити, геть думи сумні.